Is Major League Baseball discriminating against Christians? That's the question at the center of a new lawsuit against the league from Florida's Attorney General. It all surrounds MLB's recent LGBTQ plus Pride Night, where players wore hats with rainbow logos. 3 San Francisco Giants players wrote Bible verses on their hats, something MLB says is not allowed. Florida prosecutors are calling on the league to produce documents including its uniform rules and the warning to all 3 Giants players. They believe the players were discriminated against for displaying their religion.
MLB has said that the warning was not disciplinary and had nothing to do with the content of the message. They report issuing a similar warning in the past for family tributes written on uniforms like Dad or Happy Mother's Day. Also, the 3 players at the center of this told the San Francisco Chronicle that they did not feel the warning from MLB constituted discrimination. More investigations could be on the way. The DOJ has opened a civil rights investigation. Missouri's Attorney General has also threatened to open an investigation as well. So these players are not going to be fined. They hadn't informed the players, hey, you can wear a different hat if you don't want to wear this one. So that was part. They didn't tell them before the game. So there's no disciplinary action here, but it opens up the broader question of religious messaging,
yes,
right? In sports, they say that they can't be any political messages or social issues, but what about when it comes to religion?
I mean, it would all fall under the same protections, and so you'd have to say, what are they attempting to protect? You're talking about Civil Rights Act, and this, if we're looking at the Florida case, you're looking at Florida Civil Rights Act, which would mirror any type of federal Civil Rights Act. You can't discriminate based on race, sex, age, national origin, or disability, and so that would fall under that category. But the MLB is doing everything that you want to have them do in terms of good lawyering. They're saying we're not discriminating against the content what these folks are saying. We're telling them that they have violated our uniform code of conduct, and that is the specific way that you get around any type of argument that Florida, Missouri, or the Department of Justice is attempting to go after them and say, specifically because the examples that they cited, looking at what Florida talked about, they mentioned that something that happened in 2019 with honoring the victims of a local mass shooting. They also pointed to 2020 with social justice reform comments that players were doing with the Black Lives Matters. A number of those things, the difference with those comments that they raised in their complaint, or I should say, in their messaging to the MLB, is that the MLB had passed and allowed this to happen, as opposed to these individuals didn't get prior authorization to do this. So even if it was them saying specifically, we're telling you you can't do this, and it wasn't a violation of the Uniform Policy Act, the difference between the two that were listed is that the MLB had already said, hey, players, you can do this, as opposed to now you're violating this uniform policy without getting the permission. So it's the other way around. You're asking for forgiveness as opposed to getting permission before you do it.
And he said a while ago that not all players knew, or that the Giants didn't communicate well, that, hey, we're not forcing you to wear this pride hat. Would this be a totally different ball game? No pun intended. Had a team at any time, I mean, any pro sports for that matter, saying you have to wear a pride jersey, you have to wear a fill-in-the-blank jersey, a player doesn't want to wear it. I mean, what happens in those instances?
I think they'd have a lot. I think that the reason why the MLB has given them an opportunity to not wear them is because in those rooms where they're getting lawyers to advise them on mitigating potential lawsuits, it would open them up to potentially a lawsuit for forcing them to wear something that they may have a strong religious opinion against. And so I think that's why they give them the potential out to say, hey, you don't have to wear this. We're not forcing you to do this, but you can't alter it. That's the issue that makes this the main concern.
Do you think that these investigations have any legs to move forward on? If the MLB is saying, we have options, we're not forcing you to wear this isn't about what you're saying, it's that you just can't alter your uniform.
I think you hit it right on the head, where it's not about content, it's specifically uniform. But, I mean, it has legs. I mean, because they operate within these individual states, we're looking at Florida, Missouri, for instance, they have the power to subpoena, to request information, to sanction, to fine. I mean, the Attorney General, when they're sending these requests, they can do a number of things to make life or doing business there miserable, you know? It's just the MLB's, again, just like the NFL, it's the shield. They'll do everything to protect it, and they have the money to fight it. And in this scenario, they have the legal argument behind them. And so this is more ensuring that they haven't discriminated against folks based on religion. If anything, it allows the MLB to strengthen their stance and say, we support what we're doing and we support our players, and we're allowed to do it because the law supports what we did.
All right, Khalif, thank you.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.